Hi guys, we are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. And it looks like Botch and Bitter is ready to get in the booth and send some shots to Bia. She is not messing around. So a fan was sticking up for Botch and Bitter and said, at one point, does making fun of Cardi B's speech patterns become racist? As we know, Bia dropped a diss track called Sue Me, and she said that Cardi B speaks like she's in second grade. That's what Bia said. So Botch and Bitter responded and said, "Oh, thanks for defending me. F them. I will never change the way I talk. I became famous from that, just being myself. Then I started making music and became a millionaire out of it." This is a multi-millionaire dollar accent. Now, here's the thing. I don't think that is racist for people to talk about how Botch and Bitter speaks. Because one, Botch and Bitter does talk like, she reads at a first grade level. That's just the honest truth. Then on top of that, every time she goes on live or anytime she wants to get her point across, she has to curse and be obnoxious. Okay? So on top of speaking like you're in kindergarten, you have to curse every 5 minutes. Because Botch and Bitter cannot properly articulate her thoughts without being ghetto, okay? Number two, what I really feel like is racist is her saying the N-word and calling black women roaches and monkeys. That's racist, okay? Which she has done several times. If Champagne Thickums cannot say the N-word, okay? According to Kung Fu Kenny, even though I disagree with that, I think he should be able to say it. But some people feel like he shouldn't be able to say it. Neither should Botch and Bitter. No shade. She hasn't proved that she's black. Okay? Talking about Afro Latina. Afro nothing. Your parents aren't black. Your grandmother's not black. You need to stop saying the N-word. Now, because she was responding to fans sticking up for her, a fan said, "Get off Twitter and get in the booth," which I think is a phenomenal idea because you still need to respond to Bia. She then posted the fan's picture. Of course, she got to be petty, and said, "I'm hopping in the booth after I go to the gym, do the Zoom, get my petty, get off your break and make me a cheeseburger." Okay? Because I guess, the guy that said get in the booth, he might work at a restaurant, maybe McDonald's, Burger King, we don't know. And the reason why she has to do all these errands before she gets in the booth, she got to go to the gym, the pedicure got to get done, and then she says she got to do Zoom meeting, is because Partisan Fontaine allegedly hasn't finished writing her verse. So how y'all feel about that? It looks like she is going to respond to Bia's diss track, Sue Me. But she did get called out for job shaming, okay? A fan said, "Convo aside, I hate when celebs act like they've been rich all their lives. Like, make me a cheeseburger is crazy. Like you wasn't bent over for dollar bills every Saturday night couple years ago." And also, Botch and Bitter used to drug and rob men, according to her words, when she was a stripper. She admitted that she used to do that. But Botch and Bitter responded and said, "It's not job shaming, babes. He told me to do my job, and I told him to do his. We encouraging each other, okay? Girl, please, you ain't encouraging nobody. If you were so encouraged, your second album would be out by now. But it's not, okay? So I think you need a little bit more encouragement, and it shouldn't take this long for you to write a response. But like Bia said, you probably would write a spell before you write a rap, okay? And that was a bar. Now, moving on to D0JA Cat. D0JA Cat performed at Summer Jam, okay? She brung out Gunna. She brung out, I think, ASAP Ferg and a few other people. A lot of people saying that her performance was good. I didn't watch it, but there's a video circulating of fans walking out of D0JA Cat's performance, which is extremely rude to the princess of rap. like, why are y'all walking out of a Doja Cat concert when she was the headliner for Summer Jam? That is just rude, okay? And she performing her hit record, The Town Is Dead. Now, I didn't really care for that record. I think Agora Hills is a little bit better. But I'm just shocked that fans are walking out. And it was a bunch of them. It was a bunch of them. It wasn't just one or two people. It was a lot of them. But, maybe they didn't like the song. Maybe Doja Cat was late. There are also some issues with Method Man and Redman. They said that they're not coming back to Summer Jam because there is a generational gap. I don't even know why they were performing. I mean, you can't have Sexy Red, Doja Cat, Gunna, DeVito, whoever perform and then have Method Man perform. I mean, that's not smart. But I thought it was rude to see fans walking out of Doja Cat's set. Doja Cat's a really good performer. I was shocked. Maybe they were all going to the bathroom. Hopefully that was the case, but it was a lot of them walking out. I was like, goodness gracious. Now, Surgeon May Curves is one of Cardi B's friends. And she said, okay, I'm done holding it in. I'm going to tell you the truth right now. Bia is a pick-me bee. She mad because Cardi ain't pick her. That's the real problem here. And don't at me. I was there for the whole convo in real time. I'm tired. I'm going to tell Cardi to drop the whole recording because she needs a little humbling. Okay, so again, Botch and Bitter got more receipts on Bia, like I said before. So a lot of fans are speculating that Botch and Bitter turned down a Bia collaboration. Okay, but I was told that Bia, before Nicki hopped on A Whole Lot of Money remix, she wanted Cardi B on the remix because Cardi B was showing love to that song on social media. Says she doesn't listen to Bia's music. Allegedly, that's not true. Allegedly, Bia's label wanted Botch and Bitter to hop on A Whole Lot of Money remix first, okay? But Bia was DMing Nicki Minaj for her collaboration, and I do believe Bia probably was thinking about Cardi B hopping on A Whole Lot of Money remix. But, it probably takes a while for Cardi B to write a verse. She needed Partisan Fontaine's help, and maybe she couldn't get her verse back in time, for the remix. So Nicki Minaj came in and was able to do it expeditiously because, Nicki Minaj, she's a writer. Now, moving on to Scratch Off and Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, as we know, she is going to be putting out the Mistress Service remix featuring Megan Thee Stallion after Champagne Thickums removed his verse, from what I hear. Because originally he was supposed to be on the remix, but Megan Thee Stallion is a cheaper, more free option, which was smart for Scratch Off's budget. And allegedly, RCA the colorist is telling Scratch Off that this collaboration got a chart, or, this is going to hold up her album. Okay, because she's supposed to be dropping an album pretty soon. And if she flops with this remix, this could make Scratch Off get shelved even more. Okay, because Mistress Service, I think it debuted at number 100 on the Hot 100 chart, but then it never charted any higher than that. It wasn't a hit song. It had a music video. She was beefing with Ice Spice, but unfortunately the song flopped. And according to Scratch Off, she will be adding another artist to the remix, so we'll see if it still flops. Here comes Purdue Chicken clout chasing off of Queen Bee's name after Most Wanted flopped on the charts. Purdue Chicken talks about how her collaboration with Queen Bee came about. I think this is with W Magazine. And she said, I wrote the song like 2.5 years ago. Damn, so you just not going to give Queen Bee any credit? She started out saying she wrote the song 2.5 years ago. Wow, Queen Bee not going to be too happy about this. My mom would always go, I love this song so much. So when Queen Bee reached out to me about music, I thought of it right away because it really encompasses our relationship. I told her, we don't have to get country. We are country. We've been country. Getting to write a song, not just sing for Queen Bee, was a dream come true. Okay, so she basically taking credit for the record subliminally. This is kind of shade, low key. She's like, I wrote the song. She's saying that she is country. She doesn't have to get country because she been country. Because I think Purdue Chicken's from Tennessee. So this was low key shade to me. Because why would you start off, saying that you wrote the song when they asked you about the Queen Bee collaboration? I mean, goodness gracious, what did Queen Bee write? Everybody that has worked on Cowboy Carter or been a feature on Cowboy Carter said they wrote the song. What did Queen Bee do? Then she said, sometimes I forget to talk about things that are a normal part of my day-to-day, like texting Queen Bee. I think it's really cute part of our relationship because over the past couple of years, I really locked down on my privacy. That's because you got a divorce and you was dotting and bopping a few years ago. Okay, that's why you had a lockdown on your privacy because, you was embarrassed that you got a divorce from Liam. She said she's the same way when it comes to privacy. Part of our relationship is the safety between us. The songwriting or the work is just a small part of my relationship with her. It is a small part because she barely do any songwriting. That's why it's so small. Talking about the songwriting or work is just a small part of our relationship. That's because she don't do anything. No shade, but Queen Bee don't be putting in the work. She have other people put in the work and then she takes the credit. No shade, but I think Purdue Chicken was slick shading Queen Bee low key because, they asked you about collaborating with Queen Bee and you didn't say, oh, it was an amazing time. You were like, oh, I wrote the song 2.5 years ago. That's shade. I mean, Queen Bee's already known as somebody that don't write, and you just put that out there like that. Queen Bee probably won't be texting you after this interview. I guarantee that. Now, Pissy Face Carisha does an interview with Complex. In the interview, she's talking about what happened with the City Thoughts and why the last album flopped. Let's take a listen.
I think when the City Girls album just dropped and it didn't do too well and we was just like trying to do our press run, the whole rollout of the album was just so bad because we was just in two different spaces. We older now and it was just like she was doing her own thing. She on the West Coast. I'm in Miami. I'm doing my own thing and I felt like naturally when she doing her own thing, it just worked for her. And when I'm doing my own thing, it worked for me. But when we get together as a group, it just wasn't connecting. Like it just wasn't working no more. So I think we both was at a point where we was just like, we probably should just do our own shit.
Right.
But that was the point for me.
Okay, so it looks like the City Thoughts are over. She seemed like she over JT. Based on the interview, she didn't seem like she really wanted to discuss JT. But my whole thing is, I think Carisha was too busy getting peed on by P. Diddy, and she wanted to be taken care of. She didn't really care about doing rap no more. And, JT is more focused on her career. Pissy Face Carisha was more worried about getting a bag from a billionaire and Carisha Please, which is a podcast, than she was about the City Thoughts putting out music. And, even though Yuck Mouth, Pissy Face, Yellow Tongue Carisha held down JT when she was in jail, okay? You can definitely see throughout the years that Carisha was not focused on music anymore. And that's why the City Girls fell apart. So she can say they were in two different headspaces, but we're not going to skip over the fact that you was prancing around town with Diddy, and that also played a part in the reason why the City Thoughts broke up. Let's be honest. Stop it. Now, Sabrina Carpenter has announced her new album, Short and Sweet, which will be released on August 23rd of 2024. Let me know how y'all feel about that. She better be hopeful that the Chart Obsessed Racists don't drop more vinyls that day, because the Chart Obsessed Racist is obsessed with the charts, and she has sabotaged Billy twice. And so I do believe that she will do the same thing to Sabrina Carpenter if Sabrina pulls in the numbers, okay? And she's been doing very well in the charts with Espresso. I think the chart obsessed racist like Sabrina. I mean, she did go bring her on tour, but I do feel like she has this competitor spirit in her where she likes to sabotage the younger pop stars like Olivia and Billie Eilish if she feels like they might surpass her. Okay. Billie may not do as much numbers as the chart obsessed racist, but when it comes to the award shows love Billie. Billie got 2 Oscars. The chart obsessed racist has 0. Okay, she don't really deserve no Oscars because none of her music is Oscar worthy. No shade. Now moving on to Donkey of the Day. So Champagne Thickums with the botched BBL is officially going pop. As we know, he has 2 collaborations coming out with Camila Cabello, the racist. And then on top of that, he did that trash BBL Drizzy freestyle on Sexy Red's new song called Bae I Love You or something like that. That was terrible. And then he hopped on another song, okay, called Wagwan Delilah. And the song is completely trash. I don't know who Champagne Thickums' manager is, okay? I don't know what his team is telling him, but they obviously want him to be embarrassed. This is a humiliation ritual or something, because why you keep putting out these trash records after Kung Fu Kenny annihilated you? You need to go on hiatus. Kung Fu Kenny was right. The people in your circle don't like you because the fact that you put out 3 trash songs back to back, okay, lets me know that you don't have a good team. You have yes men. And then on top of that, now you want to be Jamaican, okay? It's like you do be transitioning into different accents and different people for no reason, okay? I understand you're trying to be a diverse artist, but this wasn't it. The song was completely trash. Kung Fu Kenny sent you back to doing pop records. And I don't want to hear, oh, he's trolling. This ain't the time to troll, okay? Your career is on the line. And this is what Kung Fu Kenny was talking about. You're a culture vulture and the music just don't hit the same. Kung Fu Kenny annihilated you. You come back with this? This was just terrible. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to give you Donkey of the Day. This was just completely trash. But anyway, I got some hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description. Have a great day.